For those of you who just want the rundown, here's how it ran, here's my ratings, and here's my PC specs. So, Ratchet Clank on PC. I never thought I'd see the day. And while I'd still prefer to be playing the older games, I'll still happily take Rift apart, because it was the only reason I had a PS5. Emphasis on had. I can talk about that later, but not right now. We got things to do. So, when you first boot it up, you're met with one of these. I hate these. Just give me the options in the main menu or something. Oh. Well, there is an option to turn it off, so that's... Never mind, that's not too bad. Oh yeah! Nixus Software! Those are the ones who worked on the new Tomb Raider games and Deus Ex and those new Spider-Man games, you know, getting them onto PC and whatnot. Alright, enough stalling. Let's see what these settings are like. In any new game lately, I tend to look at the settings and... Holy golly, there's a lot here. There's tons of audio options and even several controller options. There's no sound effects on these menus here. Hopefully that doesn't, like, happen everywhere. But we'll see. Overall, though, I'm actually super impressed. There's a lot here. All those years of doing AAA games really paying off, I suppose.
For the Festival of Heroes here in Megalopolis.
Don't you think it's weird to throw a celebration for us?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
we haven't done anything
mostly.
heroic yet.
Darn motion blur. I hate motion blur. And you can turn that off. Wow, I'm serious. These settings are super detailed. It even has a dial. Okay. So I've been noticing some small slowdowns and missing audio here and there, and I don't believe this is my graphics card since I have a 2080 Ti. It's well above the recommended specs, and I'm only on high settings. I have plenty of RAM. My CPU is top-notch. Nothing so far has been broken, which is good, but I shouldn't have any troubles with my setup. They're not too frequent so far. I guess it's just enough to irk me a little bit, that's all. Minor stuff. Things that'll probably get updated and fixed in patches. Especially the menu audio. Why is there just a lot of missing audio in general? Why? There was a few spots where the game got like really screwy with the dimension hopping. This is when the PS5 was supposed to look completely seamless and show off how powerful that SSD was. But again, these are all minor stuff. Some not so minor, but you know, whatever. So instead of taking notes for every single level, for every single place, I'm going to refer to Future Factor to see if this really is just as bad as I hope it isn't. What do you say, Future Factor? Okay, so apparently when I started the game, the shaders were compiling in the background of the main menu, and they finished when I already was in a new game, and a good friend of mine, Panna Jenkins, suggested that I start a new game because the shaders might be fighting with that particular save file. So I started a new game, and now everything is smooth and runs perfectly. Why? Why is that a thing? Why is that? No, it should not be a thing. At least the menus have sound, and the transition freezes are now smooth, and it doesn't jitter every 6 seconds. Whatever. It's fixed. In any case, it's fixed, but I really wish the game had just compiled the shaders and then let me play afterwards. It wouldn't be that much of an issue. I can wait, like, what, 30 seconds? It's fine. Anyway, now that the game runs well, I now can recommend, and if you're looking for a beautifully crafted explosion of a game, I would say go get it. It might take a little bit of troubleshooting like I did, but it'll be worth it, because this game is, in fact, really, really good. It's really good. In fact, let me give you some thoughts and numbers. Story, for what it is like a solid 7.2. Gameplay is a decent 8.5, because I love the gameplay. And the graphics that now run perfectly earn an easy 9.0. The graphics, when I played the PS5, the graphics were just like, so good. And they are still just as good as they are now. A little bit of loading times can hurt it a little bit. But overall, I'd say it's an 8.6 out of 10. Which is a little higher than I'd rate a lot of other things, and it might be a little higher if I didn't have to put on the Mr. Fix-It hat for making games work. Again, but it's life with the PC Master Race, I suppose. So, I hope that helps, and if you like it, by all means, you can hit that subscribe button, and even like or dislike the video. It helps me out a lot. I can do more of these as well if you want. Just let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it for me. Later, peoples.